Delivery driver received a paycheck for $990. The company pays $5 for each pickup and $2 for each drop off. The number of drop offs was 3 times the number of pickups. Let X be the number of pickups and Y be the number of drop offs. Find the number of pickups and the number of drop-offs. So it makes sense. So this may not look much like a system of linear equations, but when you start forming what you need, you're going to see how it comes together because they give you money. They talk about $990, $5 for pickups, $20 for drop-offs. And then they also want you to clearly find a total because they want you to find the number. So they say, hey, the number of drop-offs was 3 times the number of pickups. So there are more drop-offs than pickups. So let's switch to the paper. Okay, here we go. And then let's get into it. Okay, so what do we know? We know that X is going to be the number of pickups, right? So I'm going to put number of pickups. We know that Y is going to be the number of drop-offs. Oh, I'm not putting the dash. Oh, well, pickups and drop-offs. They told us that these were $5 each, right? So these were $5 each. And then these were $2 each. Okay. He made a total of $990. So we have these two. Total paycheck, right? Yeah, they said paycheck was $990. And then the number of drop-offs was 3 times the number of pickups. Okay, so it may not look like it, but we have enough to build our equations. So let's first start with the money. $5 for each pickup, $2 for each drop off, $990 paycheck. So if I were to write that as an equation, 5 times each pickup plus $2 per drop off, with me so far? Matter of fact, just so you can see that's where we're at. That should equal $990 because that was the paycheck. So that's one equation. Now, you need to, when you're trying to solve for X and Y, you need the information that you need to figure out. Now, the way that they lay this out, you could easily just take the information and plug and chug, but because we're talking about systems of linear equations, I'm just going to show you how to walk that through. So if you want to think of this as our first equation, that's cool. So now for our second equation, the only information they give us about the like a number, how many, is the number of drop-offs was 3 times the number of pickups. The number of drop-offs, which drop-off is Y, was 3 times the number of pickups. Well, that doesn't look like an equation like we normally have them, where the X and the Y are on the same side. So just rewrite it. If I move this 3X over here with the Y, I'm going to subtract it, right? Because it's added over here. I'm going to subtract it over there. And so I'm going to actually end up with a negative 3X plus Y equals 0. And that actually gives you your equation. Now, some people don't like to have the negative right here. So you could divide everything by -1. What's another way we could have did it? I'm going to put or. Nothing stops us from taking the Y and moving the Y over here, right? And then you just got to make sure your equation is in that form. So technically, I could have subtracted the Y over here, and I could have gotten 3X minus Y, but it would have looked like this. You would have had the equal 0. So it doesn't matter what side you put this on. You could put it over there or you could put it over here. So just for the sake of my equations looking the same, I'm going to write it over here. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So whether you move the Y over here or you move the X over here, you end up with something equivalent. So for the sake of this one, we'll go with this equation. Okay, just because the x is positive. Okay, let's keep going. So let's do the substitution method first. So I'm going to do substitution. Okay, this is the substitution method. Now, I wrote that as an equation, this one, just so we have our system, but I'm going to use it for the substitution, okay? So when we do the, for the substitution method, we have, we know that y is equal to 3x, okay? So I'm going to take our first equation, and I'm going to substitute y equals 3x. I'm going to substitute that into y, okay? Oh, I guess I need my pen back. So that's going to be 2 times 3x, right? So far, so good. So that's going to be 5x plus 6x, because 2 times 3 is 6, right? And then you're going to have 11x equals 990. And then you're going to divide both sides by 11. When you do that, the 11s divide each other, right? And then 11, and then that's going to give you 90. So x equals 90. And then if x equals 90, we need to take this and plug it in here, right? So we said y is equal to 3 times 90. Oop. And then y is going to be equal to 270. Okay, that's the substitution method, which worked out really well because they already kind of gave us this in the equation. Check your work. When I checked the work, this was correct, but I want you to get in the habit of checking your work, okay? So now let's do, let me put that here. Let's do the elimination method. So now we're going to do the elimination method. In my previous videos, I talk about making sure you choose the method that's the easiest. If you kind of look, the substitution method was pretty easy. But a lot of people I know really like the elimination method. So I'm going to rewrite the equations again so we can see them. And then we had 3x minus y equals 0, right? Yes, the elimination method. So what we could do is we could get rid of these, but then you'd have to make them 15 because the 5 and the 3. But this looks easier, right? If we just take a 2 times this equation, then we'll have 2 and a negative 2, and then that will go away, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to take, I'll write it here. We're going to take negative, take negative 2, not negative, sorry. We're going to take 2 times equation 2, and we're going to add it to equation 1. Sorry, y'all, I don't like the way that's looking. Let me write it. I want to write it to where we can see how we're, and that red looks kind of janky. So we're going to take 2 times equation 2. We're going to add it to equation 1, and we're going to get our new equation 2. Okay, so 2 times equation 2. So we're going to take 2 times equation. I guess if I want to keep the top equation, we'll put equation 1, and then we'll take 2 times equation 2, and we'll get our new equation 2. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to take equation 1 plus 2 times equation 2, and we're going to get our new equation 2. Okay, sorry that's so tiny. So 2 times, so equation 1, we're just going to write that. That's 5x plus 2y equals 990. and then 2 times equation 2. 2 times 3 is going to be 6x. 2 times 1 is going to be 2y. And then 2 times 0 is going to be 0. Okay, I took 2 times this. So 2 times 3x, 2 times the y, and then 2 times the 0. That's what I did, okay? So now when I add these together, that gives me 11x. These cancel out, right? So it's going to be 11x plus 0 equals 990. Same thing as what we already had, 990, right? We're going to divide both sides by 11. And then we get x equals 90, right? And then we're going to substitute. So we'll take this, we'll take this and we'll substitute into that equation to find the 270. We know it's 270. So 3x minus y equals 0. 3 times 90 minus y equals 0. So you have 270 minus y equals 0. I'm going to subtract 270 on both sides. Okay. This becomes 0. So that's 0 minus y equals negative 270. Here, let's come right here. So we have 0 minus y equals negative 270. That's going to be negative y equals negative 270. I put the 0 because some people forget that that's still subtracting. It's just nothing minus the 0. So you end up with y equals a positive 270 because you had to divide both sides by a negative 1. Okay? Cool beans?